And if you're like me and thought Titanfall 2 was going to be the next big thing, which is why you put £200 into that sweet Vanguard edition, it's safe to say that you're a little bit upset with its lack of commercial success, and also your poor financial decisions. If they refuse to learn from history, what's stopping them from repeating it? Move my mic over here, perfect. Hello everyone. I think it's about time I talked about this game and pretty much everything that's wrong with it. Okay, so for this video I'm going to talk about two versions of Fallout 76. I'm going to talk about the PlayStation version and the PC version. So let's start with the PlayStation version. The PlayStation version, at least on the Pro, runs like hot garbage. And that's not even an exaggeration. The gunplay is terrible. The VAT system sucks. The 30 frames per second is headache inducing. And yeah, that's about it. Whenever you engage enemies, it feels like the game is going to collapse on itself. The analogy I created for Fallout 76 on a console, or at least on a mid-range PC, is this. Imagine you've taken your elderly grandfather to a theme park with roller coasters and fun rides. Now, you don't want to take him on something too exciting because he might keel over and die. So you just take him on the spinny cups and hope that he doesn't, just conk out. There's no risk of danger on those. I mean, you don't want to take him on the roller coaster that does a complete 90-degree dive or anything like that, because he'll just end up dying and you'll just feel a bit shit afterwards, won't you? That's what Fallout 76 is like. You'll actively avoid combat situations because it'll just make your game run like shit and you can really do without that. Let's talk about the PC version. The PC version is actually not bad, at least in my case. The only problem I have with it is the fact that the in-game physics are tied to the frame rate, which again is very detrimental to the engine itself and kind of proves how old it is. During the beta, if you unlock the frame rate and stared at the ground, you would actually be given super speed. And they fixed that. They fixed that kinda by capping the game at 62 frames per second with no chance of unlocking that frame rate. It took me about 3 hours to figure out how to get it running at a solid 62 frames per second. And it did in the end, and I don't mind anything at or above 60. I just can't play a game at 30 frames per second unless it's something like Red Dead or God of War, because a first person 30 FPS game just doesn't feel right to me at all, especially when there's PvP elements. I feel like that 30 frames per second just makes everything slow. Everything feels sluggish. When I went into Fallout 76, I didn't expect it to be the traditional Fallout experience. I expected it to be vastly different in hopefully a good way, but turns out it's not. There is some semblance of a campaign in Fallout 76, but it almost feels like it's happening about 1 hour before you turn up. And you know what I mean if you've played this. I mean, every mission is given to you in the form of holotapes, where it's like, oh yeah, Brotherhood of Steel want our supplies? I don't think so. Meet me at something place and we'll sort this out with the Brotherhood there. And then you get there and either everyone's dead or missing, because you know for a fact, but there's no NPCs in this game, so your chances of seeing, I don't know, an NPC Brotherhood of Steel member, an Enclave member. Oh yeah, the Enclave are in this as well, because that makes sense. Your chances of seeing these factions in action is just not going to happen. So it's like, okay, so I'm here. It seems like everything's already gone down before I got here. So, oh look, it's a holiday. Let's listen to it. Hey, Jeremy, it's Susie. Everything went down, and now everyone's dead or missing, or like one of those weird stone people, or the scorched, or whatever. Yeah, meet us at this point and we'll get this sorted out. And that is literally every mission. Every mission is a holotape, and it's actually not good. It almost feels lazy. It feels really, really lazy. And that just kind of shows, because to my knowledge, there's no new weapons. The base building is the same as Fallout 4, just significantly more limited, because the size of your build area is significantly smaller, well, for obvious reasons. And also, the PvP element doesn't necessarily exist. Now, hear me out on this. You will take minimal damage if someone shoots at you. This is what so imagine this. Two people, they meet up with each other. One shoots at the other. You're given a notification saying, "This gentleman is attacking you. What do you want to do now?" And you can either choose to walk off, not engage, or engage, and you guys can take normal amounts of damage. That's really, really hand-holding PvP, and I don't like that at all. The thing is, I feel like they played the PvP too safe, almost, because they wanted to keep the diehard fans happy with the exploration and stuff like that, without risk of being shot in the head by a level 60 player. But it feels too safe. I need a sense of danger, especially when they opted to remove NPCs in favor of every person you meet is a real player. I want intense moments. Are you friendly? Are you an enemy? Can we trade? Or are you going to kill me and loot all my shit? I don't know. But at the end of the day, the PvP just doesn't really exist. That's about it. That's all I can say about that. The map itself is actually quite good, except that the exploration seems to have been toned down massively. Like, here's what I mean. Just say you encounter a small village. You want to explore every single building, because that's the way I play. I explore. The thing is, a lot of these buildings are actually inaccessible. Like, a lot of them cannot be entered. And I don't know why. That seems like a massive step down from the last one. It could have been sold as DLC for Fallout 4 for £25. And me, like a jackass, decided to buy it day one for £43 on top of a Power Armor edition. And also, 1 week after release, guys, it is now £36 in-game. Or if you want to go on Amazon, I believe it's something like 30 at the moment. You can go check that, I have no idea. But the fact that it's had a price drop 1 week after release does not bode well for it at all. We can kind of draw comparisons to No Man's Sky here, how we were pretty much lied to up until launch, and then it was just shit for about a year, but then they actually put effort into it, and it actually came back. And it's actually good. I bought it and I played it, and I enjoyed it. It was incredible, and they're still releasing updates. And I hope that sometime in the future, Fallout 76 gets this treatment. I hope that it is like that, but for the time being, it's just boring. There's nothing to it, and there is no reason to play it at the moment. In conclusion, Fallout 4 is a bad Fallout game, but a good game. Fallout 76 is a bad Fallout game, for the time being, a bad game, full stop. It feels lazy, creatively bankrupt, and that's about it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Fallout 76 in the comments below. Also subscribe, that helps. Like the video too if you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.